Hey, what's up, fellow gamers? It's B Chambers from Alloy 7 Video, and I want to talk to you about Risen 2 Dark Waters. And you probably saw the subtitle for this video where it said, "Let the haters hate." Yeah, so when I originally wrote that, I was planning to use it sarcastically because I had heard a lot of reviewers, watched a lot of reviews and read reviews where they basically said Risen 2 was garbage. But I really liked the first Risen, and some of you may have seen the video review I did for Risen, the first game, for Xbox 360. Back when I played it in 2010, I really enjoyed that game, and I thought, okay, they'll probably take the formula, improve upon some of the things that I thought were not that great and what a lot of critics thought were not that great, and take some of the things that were good and expound on that. So I'd be able to come in and say, you know, let the haters hate, man. This game is actually not that bad. Unfortunately, I can't do that. So I kept the title, Let the Haters Hate, not to be sarcastic, but to let y'all know that the haters were right. This game is that bad. And I know I'm deviating from our typical category review formula, so please don't consider this an official review. Rather, I'd like you to consider this a warning to the 8 people, and I know you're listening, the 8 of you out there in the world that are still thinking about maybe playing this game. Maybe it's not as bad as you've heard. It's as bad as you've heard. Don't play this game. Go do something else with your time. Spend time with your moms. If you got kids, go hang out with them. Go do something else. I'm serious about that. I'm not even going to bore you with a story summary because, frankly, if you do play this game, you're not going to care about the story because it's nonsense. It's not really that well written. It doesn't have the charm of the first one. It's not going to hook you into the game at all. And when you start talking about the play elements of the game, in short, Risen 2 is essentially an errand running simulator. That's what it should say on the box. It should say Risen 2 Dark Waters errand running simulator. I'm serious, man. A bunch of lazy cats got together on the island. You got natives with spears, you got Inquisition soldiers, you got pirates, and they like all got together on this island, this place, and decided, yo, there's this dude with an eye patch and no clothes. Let's get him to run errands for us. Like, for real. Like, one of the first places I showed up to, there's a cook. Like, it's an important person in this society. He's like, hey, brother, go get me some herbs and spices for this chicken that I'm making, man. Get me some feta cheese and pick up some milk. Like, wait. And this is a quest. Like, the whole game is you running around doing these errands for people who literally, like, all you had to do is walk out of your house and go pick this thing up that you're asking me for. But because I'm some skilled super pirate, I can sneak into, you know, the council halls. It's nonsense, yo. The sense of adventure is destroyed in this game because of the way they dole out the quests and because there's not a lot of strong writing behind them. And none of the quests feel like an adventure. And on top of that, if that's not enough to bore you, there's even a quest, and I'm not BSing you. There's a quest where you have to solve an algebra problem for this dumb, horny librarian. Like, she's trying to get you to do math, but hitting on you at the same time. Like, it's just bad, yo. I don't know how else to tell you. And you know, and when I think about what I enjoy about RPGs the most, one of the things, like I said, one of the things I enjoy the most is leveling, is developing my characters. And the folks that made Risen 2 took all the joy out of this part of the experience with this horrendous leveling system where you get glory, which is the game's version of experience points, right? So you get this glory for killing rats and chickens and mutated crabs that are 7 feet tall and killing pirates and completing errands or quests. I guess I should call them quests. That's what they are. And you get these glory points. So you take your glory points and you say, okay, I want to upgrade my blades. Bam, I put 1,000 glory points, 1,000, and that's a lot because you get like 50 for killing or 20 for killing a turkey, 200 for killing a jaguar. Like, it's not plentiful. It's not like these islands are just teeming with monsters ready to give you glory points to level up. And so you go and you put it in your blades category. But really all that does is allow you to now go see a blades expert, which the blades experts are always these people like in bars or taverns that are just happen to be hanging out like, hey, brother, can you teach me how to use a sword? And it's like, yeah, I can teach you how to use a sword. It's like, okay, great. Give me 1,000 gold right now. Put it on the table. Like, I got to pay you 1,000 gold to teach me how to parry. to teach me how to do a hard attack. Like, I don't know how to take my sword myself and swing it harder than it's just so much of this game, yo, is just not worth playing. And I'm making this video because I want to hopefully warn somebody before you go out there like me thinking, yo, I like Risen 1. Risen 2 can't be that bad. Yep, it can be that bad, yo. Don't do it. If you're at Gamestop watching this on your iPhone, put it down. Go get something else to play. I'm trying to tell you. Straight up, walk away. And honestly, if that's not bad enough for you, there's all kinds of other issues with the game. Like a lot of the mechanical problems that the first game had, it's like, I don't know if they improved them or made them worse. It's mired by these nitpicky, annoying design choices that just don't make sense. No, I'm serious. Why do I have to sheathe my sword in order to pick up items, yo? Seriously, in real life, I can hold a weapon in my right hand and pick up an item with my left. Geez, some of the mechanics that needed to evolve in this series just, I guess, didn't make the trip. I guess the developers thought it was a good idea to make me have to sheathe my sword in order to pick up an item. Well done, folks. Yo, why does fighting a warthog sound like Armageddon? Yo, what the? Seriously, young. A quick time event that kills you if you don't press the button in time. Heaven forbid if you didn't save it before this point, yo. F this game. At the slight risk of oversimplifying the system, the combat is little more than a press X to win, with the addition of a secondary weapon that's mapped to the right trigger, which in my case I chose to go with pistols. But too often the pistols miss, even at point blank range, because it's basically a dice roll versus when I press the trigger from 1.5 feet away from you with a gun in your face, it probably should hit you. And many times it would miss and it was frustrating, but suffice it to say that combat is not going to do anything to win anybody over in this game. Alright, good people, let's bottom line this joint. Risen 2 has an excellent soundtrack and a very unique and fun to use voodoo system, but neither one of these elements is enough to distract you from the fact that the game is essentially a giant errand running marathon with clumsy combat. And there you have it. Once again, allow me to thank you guys for watching. This is B Chambers from Alloy 7 Video. Peace and Godspeed.
Alloy 7.